Eileen gets real. Talk slick, better keep it sealed. Tease hot, mask off. Let's go.
Let's go.
Step in the chat, it's the final bell. Sally in black, got receipts from hell. Drama queen, nah, I'm the drama dealer. Truth so raw, make a snake turn healer. Mic in my hand with a hit list long. You faked your life, well I wrote your song. No chill, no filter, mask ripping deeper. Lights out, baby, it's the LolcowRewind. Fill that tea, call it out. Fake get caught when the reaper's out. Say my name, say it loud. Sally don't play, she calls the cloud. One by one they fall asleep, but secrets don't die, I dig too deep. Cameras on, it's getting real. LolcowRewind, sign a deal. Who's next up? I smell that fear. You built a lie, I built a career. DMs leak like a faucet broke. Your truth is a joke and I ain't provoked. Clickbait queens, you all look shook. I don't need edits, I wrote the book. Fake apologies, you can keep that mess. I wear black cause I bury the BS. You wanted the smoke, now you got the fire. Don't start no drama unless you're ready for the choir. Fill that tea, call it out. Fake get caught when the reaper's out. Say my name, say it loud. Sally don't play, she calls the cloud. So one by one they fall asleep, but secrets don't die, I dig too deep. Cameras on, it's getting real. LolcowRewind, sign the deal. Reap what you post. Sally knows. You talk, I show. LolcowRewind, end of the show.
I love that song. Oh my God, it's a solo stream. I haven't done one in, oh my God, what, over a month now? What's going on with y'all? I gotta clip over here so I can see the chat. What's going on, everybody? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me look at my, y'all should be able to hear me. I should be good. Are we good? What's up, OpBlock? You knew. OpBlock. You knew I was going to cover. You crawled all the way from commentary to see me cover this video. You know I'm covering this video, bro. As much as I had a fit about Just a Robot, you knew I was going to cover this video, bro. So, I know I miss LolcowRewind too. So while Billy is away, I play. Shoot. What's up, Mr. Boom Boom Pow? What's going on? Okay, somebody is ringing my doorbell. Hold on. Okay. I don't know who it is. Somebody just ring my doorbell. All right. So what we're going to do today, June the King came out with a video about Just a Robot. And it's really weird that he came out with a video about Just a Robot. So I wanted to watch it. Thank you, CIA. I appreciate it. So I feel so bad for y'all who don't know Jar. Okay, so Just a Robot is a very, 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 very frustrating person to talk about. Very frustrating. Somehow he has gone from everywhere being like extremely right wing, and then he started going over to the ACC, and the ACC is the art commentary community, which I believe a nuke should be dropped on. I am part of the band of people like, just drop a nuke on the ACC. Get rid of them, all of them. Too many problems come out of the ACC. I have two very good friends, the bestie Beckett and Krista Nart, which is kind of like a bestie, you know, sort of. They pretty much cover everything ACC, and ACC has a lot of degenerate shit that happens. Yes, that community is wild. There is a lot of degenerate shit that happens in that community. Hence the reason why we only save the few that needs to be saved and drop a nuke on the rest of them. Wood chippers for all. So, fun fact, before the ACC got all corrupt, that's originally where Turkey Tom came from. He originally came from the ACC. Olivia, baby! Hi, Olivia. Olivia, I have good news for you. I have good news for you. Next week. That's all I'm going to say. Next week. Mr. Boom Boom Pow, thank you for the one gifted. Okay, just to let y'all know, I don't have the TTS set up on these scenes here, but you know me, I'll read all the donations so you don't have to worry about that, okay? So don't freak out because there's no TTS. Turtle, thank you for being a pay pig for 6 months. The Reaper gonna get you 100%. All right, let me let's go here. Hello. All right, and I gotta go back to this screen so I can see the chat. Yay. All right. So this is June the King. If you don't know who June the King is, June the King does a lot of like deep diving content on whatever subject he's doing. 394K. Actually, I believe June the King was on Lolcow Live back when they were just doing the podcast and not live streams, and it was with Tommy and Wings and Boogie. I believe June the King was on there. So Doza RW Heart, thank you for being a cash cow for 4 months. So let's make it bigger. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to get started. The only ACC I know about is the Atlantic Coast Conference and college football. Honestly, Lunchbox, that's probably the better of the ACC, okay? Dead Reckoning says, you got to watch Akumo's video on the ACC. Fruitcake Club, Doodle Tones, it's all connected to the ACC and other commentary community, the slideshow commentary community. Bro. Isn't that Doodle Tones video, isn't that like 6 hours or something? Oh my God, it would take me forever to get through that. It would take me forever. Absolutely forever to get through that. Oh, yeah. There you go, Ann Stan. Xylee don't have time for that. It's 9 hours long. But here's the thing. With the ACC, everything is connected. It's crazy. They're all connected in a weird way. You even have this crazy dude running around the ACC with this lion mask that looks like it was taken from Ripley's Believe It or Not. Oh, my God. It's horrible. Austin, congrats. 226 people, Xylee. So entertaining. Not awesome, Austin. Well, thank you for the 2. I really appreciate it. Don't have to be here. Love you though. Yeah, Leo Convoy. All right, let's get started. We're gonna go 1.25. If we get to a point where Jar talks a lot, we're gonna move it up to 1.5. All right.
Just a Robot, or Jar for short, is a commentary creator whose story becomes stranger with every layer pulled back. It's an assemblage of arrogance.
I've won almost every single drama I've been in, even when I was on the losing side.
Questionable comments.
Want to see my cock?
And ignorance of the very thing Jar was meant to provide clarity on.
You have pinned your channel to the reputation of someone and you've not even reviewed all the evidence. What is wrong with you?
Because he was an absolute idiot, that's why.
What's wrong with your programming, Mr. Robots?
Those clips were all in relation to Jar's video on Synnibear 03. That to many was a defense of Synnibear, a predator that sent graphic images to minors as—
What do you mean too many? It was a defense. Okay, June, wait a minute. It absolutely was a defense. It was a defense. It was 100% a defense. What do you mean? We thought, bro.
was roleplayed with them despite stating she would never do it again. Though Synnibear did receive a fair amount of coverage, there was increasing attention towards Jar, as this all exposed a pattern of behavior that brought both ire and amusement.
It's all Harley's fault that this is happening. I could make a video and put them all 6 feet under. She's the child who was too scared to get into a call with me. Maybe you could come to the hotel room with me, lol, JK.
Yeah. What a
Oh, that's my homeboy FPS Diesel right there. That's my homeboy FPS Diesel. I love him.
cute little pussy.
Those clips only scratched the surface, as Jar has been involved in countless spats with other creators. As such, this video will attempt to go through his history and piece together how this all came to be. Jar did not.
All right, hold on. All right. Here we go. Obus says, did you hear the DV audio of Brad Taste in music and his ex-girlfriend is horror? I heard it was pretty bad. I haven't had a chance to look at it. This is when I get a chance to look at things, when I'm doing this. Cornelius, thank you for the 5 grifted. I appreciate it. Dead Reckoning. Leo Convoy, he chased out Doodletones when Doodletones let predators roam around his community while ousting people for the same thing. Yeah, good old Leo Convoy. I am not a big fan of his at all. Leo did some good, got rid of some people, but hearing some conversations, because what they like to do is they like to hold like a court, and they like to hold like a court in like a Discord, and they record it, right? And how
Did you hear the DV audio of Brad Taste in music and his ex-GF? It's horrific.
Okay, that's weird. How did that play? Did y'all hear that? I swear I didn't think I connected it to here. Is my shit haunted? What's going on? Is my shit haunted? What the hell? That scared the shit out of me. Anyway, so hearing how Leo talked to some of the people and how he acted like head authority, he was daddy of the whole group. Yeah, Greeky said, love you, Xylee, in chat. Out with the fam, but wanted to stop by and send some love. RWO for life. Thank you, Greeky. All right, here we go.
Not have a typical upbringing.
Come on, bro. Don't do this. All right.
Jar did not have a typical upbringing. He claims he grew up homeschooled in a highly religious household. The latter element is so extreme that he claims his mother ran a church through the household as no other place of worship shared their views.
Okay. Not gonna lie. This little fact right here, actually, when we get through the rest of this video, you're gonna come back and think about this and go, it explains a lot.
His earliest YouTube account was one dedicated to creating LEGO stop-motion videos, but as he grew older and changed, so
there's a joke there. I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
did his tastes. In the early 2010s, Jar was watching creator I Hate Everything, a creator that uses a static image to represent themselves within their videos. This style online has been referred to as PNG tubing, a word that is a marriage of the image format PNG and YouTuber. The video in question that inspired Jar to want to adapt the style was I Hate Everything's video on the website DeviantArt. DeviantArt is a social media platform that is built around sharing art. Possibly because of its communities that focus on the sharing of specific art, such as My Little Pony, smaller communities were easily formed for not just the sake of sharing said art, but discussion of similar interests. The insular nature of these communities has allowed for the development of subgenres, ultimately leading to communities that share rudimentary fetish art. Their art and comments have been extracted by other communities or individuals for the sake of mockery. This contrast of higher-end art to the lesser-known rudimentary art that is explored in I Hate Everything's video, as well as many others, also explored the
DeviantArt has a really bad reputation. Very bad reputation.
melodrama of some of its users. This is where Jar comes in. His intentions for joining DeviantArt are varied. He has stated it was to find an artist to create his avatar for his would-be PNG tuber account. Another reason was because of the resulting drama of I Hate Everything's video, and similarly, he believed he could change the toxic community from the inside out. And so in March of 2014, Jar joined DeviantArt under the name CEO Author, and jumped to the defense of I Hate Everything. Initially, Jar describes his conversations as small, and getting into tiffs with a different user that went under Purple Skull 99. This then ballooned into other members of DeviantArt, specifically members of the Halo fandom, jumping in.
It wasn't a specific community. I mean, I guess they were part of the Halo fandom, but that's about it. I wasn't involved in the Halo fandom, but I Hate Everything was.
That audio was from an interview I conducted with Jar. The following series of clips are from 2 videos in which Jar talks about his experience on DeviantArt, which is highly convoluted due to all the characters involved.
Hellblaze, Gaming Skeleton,
Sonic 93, Yoshi V1, Princess Elizabeth 013, Melody, but I'm not 100% sure, The Heather Pack, Hyper
Okay, let me go ahead and give you this suggestion. Okay, you're gonna hear a lot of names. You're most likely going to hear a lot of names. I can tell you now, Synnibear is a big name to hear. I'll point them out to you, but there's a lot of side characters and a lot of stories that come out of the ACC are intertwined. A lot of these characters are intertwined. It is, it's one big ass rabbit hole that I refuse to go down. I know Chris and Beckett have asked me plenty of times to go down that rabbit hole, and I'm like, no, it's too convoluted. Too much for me. Way too much for me. Yeah, Birdie too. Yeah, Kumo. Or, no, excuse me, Kumu, Akumo. There's a bunch of people. It's ridiculous. Thuman.
Meavy, the Kaidalia, Beatrice, aka Foxy, and Shadowfan, who's now known as that crazy cat critic.
That was only a taste of all the people mentioned. Jar speaks of endless tiffs, accusations, and melodrama that he does not even remember the conclusion of.
There were a lot of other things, but I don't remember the details, and eventually Hellblaze and her fanbase left me the fuck alone.
There do exist archives that provide insight to Jar's reputation on DeviantArt. This post, for example, is one that quotes Jar speaking of feeling depressed due to the pills he was taking, which culminated to him attempting. The reason the poster quotes Jar is to state he deserves to feel such a way because the poster claims Jar is responsible for the of their friend. Quote, you deserve to go through the same suffering Score went through, including the hurt of one just like you let him to do. Unquote. The catch is, Jar has stated he does not even know who Scorn was.
Yeah, Scorn, a guy I never talked to. Yeah, I was falsely accused of murder twice. Like, I was just such an awful person that the mere idea of my existence.
That has a tendency to, I'm gonna blame you for whatever bad somebody else did to themselves, etc., etc. They're real big virtue signalers over there.
Cause these people to kill themselves.
Jar mentioned he was accused of this sort of thing twice. The second time was allegedly from a user known as Chaos55T. This person, as corroborated by other DeviantArt users, developed a fictional entity known as Madness and tried to convince others in the community that it was a real being with varied success.
So, I don't even know what this is, man. Like, it is the weirdest thing I have ever come across on the internet. The closest thing I can compare it to is Final Fantasy House. But she was trying to convince people of this entity named Madness, who existed on Earth, who was kicked out of both heaven and hell, and he can contact you and all this other stuff if you believe in him. It was like this weird little Wicca thing.
Jar also alleges he was, on multiple occasions, accused of being a pedophile. Once for allegedly defending a 13-year-old who, by Jar's own words, was being homophobic and transphobic. Another time was because his avatar was of a pedophilic character, namely Herbert the Pervert from Family Guy. What made Jar a target in this space was that he was constantly defending others. For I Hate Everything...
Oh, he took to YouTube with that too! Oh, he has a problem with defending people out of nowhere for no damn reason. He has a history of that.
The aforementioned 13-year-old, or even this user that goes by Destiny Loves Shiva, that would direct Jar to defend her on different threats. Jar's time on DeviantArt spanned from March 2014 to sometime before March 2015, as he deactivated his CEO Author account. He did make a short-lived Just Some Guy 9001 account that was deactivated as users found out about his identity. Similarly, he deleted his YouTube channel in where he reviewed webcomics. This was a channel separate from the one where he made stop-motion LEGO videos. This pressure, This necessity to remove one's digital footprint due to reputation exposes the acute culture of this community and the nature of those that form it, in that there is an obsession to interact, to reply, to comment on any tangential trauma, on anything said about oneself, and Jar's reputation was so buried that he had to start over with a new identity.
Just a robot.
The Just a Robot YouTube
Oh God, that's when he was using the annoying ass voice in his first time I ever watched Just a Robot. He had that annoying ass robot voice. It was so annoying. Oh my God. Ugh.
channel was meant to be run by multiple people, but in the end it was only Jar uploading. The first video was uploaded on October 14th, 2015. 7 months later, on May 2016, the channel had hit 1,000 subscribers. As for the videos on the channel, in all of them Jar uses a voice changer. A motivation for this was to hide his identity, a decision born from the fear that he would be discovered as CEO author. As for his content, Jar created commentary videos. Specifically, Jar would select a video and intersplice his commentary towards it rather than his audience. This is to say, his commentary was done as if speaking directly towards the author of the video.
If you don't like it, you don't have to be on his channel, so it's not like Jack.
I really hate it when people say, if you don't like it, just don't watch it. You do realize I can say the exact same thing to you, right?
What was the whole point of that video? If you guys don't like our videos, don't watch them.
I've already countered this argument. Quit repeating yourself.
Jar's content would not evolve much from here. Though his videos would eventually include a custom robot avatar with different stills meant to convey different emotions, this, at its core, is what Jar's channel was and would be. And for the time being, he was covering two popular trends: reaction channels and feminists. This placed him in the skeptic community. But this did not remain the case for long, as Jar was growing tired of what he was covering.
You know what?
Jar. And this is where Jar, people thought Jar was like extremely right-wing. It was crazy. Never forget, Jar admitted to misusing prescribed Adderall that messed up his sleep schedule and required the famed sleepy time calls. Oh, the sleepy time calls. He had to. The only way Jar could go to sleep was to be in Discord with somebody and fall asleep with them. True.
Tired of doing videos on reactors and social justice warriors all the time. I want to take a break. Maybe I'll do a commentary on something that won't make me angry. Hey, what's this? 11 Pokemon that could destroy the world? Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
Jar's video would spark a chain of events that would eventually land him in a very familiar yet distant space. But a different creator known as Doodletones that had a similar sized channel that coincidentally was also a PNG tuber with a robot avatar and a voice modifier made a video critical of Jar's video that was critical of the Pokemon video.
Today I'm bringing you guys 11 Pokemon that could destroy the world. For further clarification, I'm talking about the actual destruction of the Earth, not humanity. And by Earth, I mean our Earth, not the Pokemon world.
Well, the Pokemon world is based off our own world, but I get what you're talking about.
As it turned out, Doodletones made a second response to Jar's most recent response, in which Jar made a response to that response.
I just finished watching Doodletone's new video about me, and you know what? For the most part, I agree.
This online confrontation was set to balloon in the same way Jar's drama on DeviantArt ballooned with endless layers of responses. But in this situation, Jar saw what this was becoming and stated he would not allow this back and forth to become any larger than it was.
If you do end up making your commentaries, I'm not going to respond to them, mainly because if I respond to them, I think it will just make this whole thing go on longer than it has to.
That video was published June 19th, 2016. Jar published his third video responding to yet another video Doodletones made on him, as well as various small commentary.
Because Jar can't stop. He can't stop. He absolutely cannot stop. That's not, Miss Allah, here's the thing. That's not a VTuber. That's a PNG tuber. There is a difference. VTubers are totally different than what we're talking about. That's not a VTuber. That's a PNG tuber. It's probably, I'm a PNG tuber on the other channel.
Channels on August 24, 2016.
Let's begin with this video right here.
Mr. Wallbots, how you can stand your fans tagging the Doodletones for negative views? I mean, seriously.
Wow, that was the worst jump cut I've ever seen. Learn how to edit.
This video is just over an hour long and includes countless responses, often responding to one another's videos. though Jar would eventually make yet another response to Duotones of sorts that did not come until a year later. In between that time, Jar stuck with mostly covering reaction channels and feminists. He even made an outro where the lyrics reflected this.
Oh my god, no. No, you're not playing this song. No. Oh god.
My eyes have seen the glory of the cleansing of YouTube, debunking SJWs and feminazis too. We criticize reactionists in hopes they get the boot. Just a robot marches on.
The song Jar is singing over is the battle hymn of the Republic, or so it seemed. Jar's inspiration was later revealed to be something else. For now, this is the outro he had for a style of content.
Yeah. That's why he made that song. It was based off that movie. Oh my god. Oh. I knew it too. As soon as I heard it, I knew it. Yeah, this dude is out there. Get him in on the LCU. He doesn't show his face. He doesn't go on cam, so Keem would be like, no. What's up, Nuke? Hey, Nuke. I miss you, buddy.
That was increasingly losing popularity across YouTube. Jar's eventual popularity did not come from his coverage of reaction channels or even drama, like this response video he made in defense of Doodletones. This late 2017 uptick in views came from his most popular style of video.
Definitely media reviews, hands down, not even close.
While Jar's drama-oriented videos had the potential to skyrocket in views, his media reviews that mostly focused on cartoons were consistent with views. Jar even attributes this review of a Gumball episode as the reason his channel blew up, and the Social Blade graph demonstrates this as well. Though he continued to dabble with drama videos, Jar's media reviews were almost guaranteed to hit over 100,000 views, while his more drama-oriented videos within the same time period were far less consistent. Even if some could eventually outperform his reviews, there was an additional benefit to his media reviews.
Why? Because being a woman is the worst. It's like playing one of your video games without the stick of happiness.
Do you mean the joystick?
I can't believe they let that get past the censors. For those of you who don't get the joke, the joystick is a metaphor for penis.
Many of the top...
I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand how anybody even listened to him speak. His inflections drive me insane. Hey, Marlykins. Hey, Medley. Hey, Nicole. Man, we're just having a family reunion over here today. What is going on? The gang's all here. Exactly, Nicole. We're having a family reunion over here on LolcowRewind. What is up? What's up, fan?
Comments from this video just a Jar explaining an obvious joke. This became a joke in itself. The Odd Ones Out, a channel with over 12 million subscribers at the time of the tweet, quoted this word for word. The additional benefit of Jar's reviews was that it was casting a wider net. His reviews were more innocuous and less esoteric than his drama videos. Drama videos, like the Dudotone saga, that would become more convoluted and
Butt smack, he is autistic. He is autistic.
Less esoteric than his drama videos. Drama videos, like the Dudotone saga, that would become more convoluted and have less audience interest as they went on. Whatever content Jar decided to favor for his channel did not matter as its momentum was lost. As mid-2018, his channel, or rather his friend's channel as it was initially a collaborative project, was hacked. A hack that Jar claims was due to his friend downloading Skyrim mods loaded with computer viruses that had his friend locked out of the email account tied to the YouTube channel. Though right before this happened, Jar had a channel he had full control over. A second channel that covered fictional characters with a larger focus placed on analyzing them and their abilities. With his original channel hacked, this second channel turned main channel assumed his traditional content, media reviews, and coverage of drama. These videos even had a unique intro that only appeared in a few videos before being retired.
Debunking SJWs and feminazis too. Just a robot's the guy who will teach you stuff. That Gumball is lit and T-Moss Boss is shit. Superman and Goku fanboys always give me bluff. Goku fan file beyond 3D. Is anime sexist and no limits fallacy? Get your pop on your top, get all the candy that you bought. Here's another episode of Just a Robot.
Brain rot. It's brain rot. He does brain rot content. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, this is the June the King video. Jar is a comedy goldmine? Bruh. I lose brain cells watching Jar.
Jar was able to capture some of the momentum he had. His channel would peak January 2019. Never again would Jar get more than 1 million views a month. A reason for this decline could be a lack of focus in genre. This tracks with what is found on Jar's channel. In 2019, Jar made videos on gang stalking, on fictional characters, on Dark Souls 2 being his favorite game, and a video covering an infamous creator. These are vastly different in subject, which possibly made it more difficult to cement an audience as there was hardly any consistent theme on his channel. This remained true for 2020. Then in 2021, Jar had gotten the hack channel back, but continued to use his current channel as a main one. It was here that he covered the developing drama around the R community. Jar's relationship with this community mirrors his relationship.
Burn them down. Burn the ACC down. Recover all the good ones in there. Rescue them. Send the paratroopers in. Snatch them out. And then drop a nuke on the ACC. Just drop it. Just. Phew. Just saying. No, Medley. I don't recognize that name, to be honest.
With the DeviantArt community back in 2015, meaning there were many alliances broken and built at a whim, dramas that were seemingly endless, and as they went on, became more and more convoluted.
Yeah, I would describe it, every other YouTube community as a city. This is a small town. Everybody knows everyone. Everyone's always up in everyone else's business.
This community to Jar had the same attraction that the DeviantArt one did, but rather than hashing out disagreements in an isolated space through text post, Jar, like virtually all creators involved, responded through video. Content creator Lanza made a video going through the art community's various dramas. At the end of the video, he shares his perspective on the community.
The people in this community, be it the fans or the creators, are some of the most pedantic, semantic, and overly sensitive people I've ever seen in my time online. People will make video after video after video on somebody on some of the most stupid shit imaginable.
That is the God-blessed truth. That is the truth. They canceled... Okay, now granted, I don't like Just a Robot, but they canceled him over a thumbnail. I can't remember what thumbnail was, but I remember watching this video on Just a Robot, doing research, and I'm like, did you literally make this whole ass video over a thumbnail? Because you're too much virtue signaling, too much. Oh my God.
Jar has described this community as a small town. The majority of the dramas don't reach larger audiences, though every now and then, a creator such as Creepshow...
Wait, shout out Creepshow Art. She helped me in a time of need. Thank goodness that drama came through. Shout out. I'm sorry, every time Creepshow Art is mentioned, I gotta shout her out. I don't care where I'm at. Shout out Creepshow Art. If Xylee wants to cover vent stuff or not, it's all good. It's a lot of coverage. I don't know who that is. Listen, I spend so much time over here, I have no idea what's going on in the outside world, okay? Y'all have to inform me on this stuff.
Art will get relatively tremendous coverage as their actions were...
Yes, butt smack. Creepshow Art is the reason why my OG channel, the Creepshow Art drama, right smack dab in the middle of it is when I got monetized. Because I was getting so many views on those live streams. That's why I shout out Creepshow Art. Because of her dumbass, I got monetized. That's why I shout her out. So no, I don't really like Creepshow Art. Remember, I am highly sarcastic.
So egregious, it brings interest from outside the community. As Jar tended to focus on creators within this small community, it only guaranteed he will be making videos for its equally small audience. While this continued to capture his channel well into 2022, it was in 2023 that Jar decided it was time to change his focus.
I'd rather not stay and be corrupted by drama like so many others have before me. Now I want to make it clear, I'm still going to be talking about drama every now and then, but instead it's going to be more like what Turkey Tom does, a documentary style video.
Was it? Was it though? Is that what you did? Let's think. Oh my God, this idiot. This idiot.
That came from Jar's video titled I'm Leaving, posted January 12, 2023. This announcement was followed by increased viewership. Jar had again begun making media reviews a larger part of his channel, this time focusing on Disney and its franchises. However, in 2024, his viewership once again fell steeply as Jar's channel again lost focus. On his formerly hacked channel, Jar started making a spree of response videos. These, at their most intense, were over 2 hours
But he was gonna stay out of drama.
long and rarely received more than 10,000 views. These were responsive videos, 2 videos that at times received less than 1,000 views. Jar does not treat content creation as a job, but as a hobby. This is why he makes videos regardless of how poorly they perform. But mistakes and the like pass by easier as they reach a smaller audience, and the spats he gets himself into are for the most part innocuous. But what would happen if Jar were to make a video of this caliber on something with weight? on something that was controversial enough to breach the walls of his small community. What if Jar...
Oh my God. Oh no, they're going to the... I had an absolute fit over this when I covered this drama they're getting ready to talk about. Oh my God. Oh my God. I want to say, did I break a microphone during that? I can't remember if I broke a microphone during that. I probably almost did though.
were to make a video on Synnibear 03.
Oh, fucking Synnibear! Oh, I hate this bitch. I hate her. Oh, whoo. Oh, Synnibear. Oh my God. Anstead said no, but you were close. Oh, bro. Okay, remember, this is the expensive microphone. Maybe I should have put the cheap microphone on. Okay, we're good. We got this.
Channel formerly known as Scootaloo Love Sans. As the name and the banner suggest, My Little Pony and Undertale play a large part in this channel's content. At 22 million views, this is the channel's most viewed video. The majority of the channel consists of characters from My Little Pony drawn in an animation loop matched up to music. These videos' titles almost always includes the words meme and the suggestion of 13+. Scootaloo Love Sans, or Synnibear, published her most popular videos between 2017 and 2018 when she was around 14 years old. But what about the rest of her videos? While they are virtually all about characters dancing, some of them have grotesque themes. This is one she made in celebration for reaching 300 subscribers. It contains various renditions of a My Little Pony character being stripped of their lungs, eyes, arms, hands, the works. This is not a standalone video.
Synnibear is sick. Doesn't Synnibear go as... Isn't the pronouns he for Synnibear? Or is it she? I can't remember. Was Synnibear she or he? I can't remember. I want to say she. Oh, yeah, that's right. Birdie is he. That's right. Yeah, Cindy's she, her, and Birdie is he, him. That's right.
This one is titled, Hey Juicy, Meme, plus 13, Trigger Warning, Kidnapping/Abuse. Then there's this one titled, Caramel Dancin', 13+, Vent/Suicide Warning. While most videos are of anthropomorphic ponies,
13+, suicide warning! Bruh.
there are a few that place her human avatar as the focus of the video. This is one of her having a nightmare, in where the description reads, quote, just event/stress reliever/edgy flip-a-clip movie, IDK. I don't know what you guys want from me, but I'm sure it wasn't this. I'm sorry. Unquote. Synnibear is a masochist. She derives sexual pleasure from her own pain. But not just the pain, but the graphic nature of where the torture could lead. She has drawn herself split in half. The GIF on screen is a cleaner variant of the
Synnibear needed to leave the internet a long ass time ago and touch some fucking grass. Literally. And believe me, I'm not just bitching about this shit. If you don't know, you will soon find out. And why I cannot stand this person.
detailed one that cannot be shown. Her entries allude, perhaps outright state, the trauma she experienced as a child. Cindy's art, as well as relationship drama, has been the subject of controversy in the past. But in September 2024, a Google Doc on Cindy began to gain traction. It spans 111 pages. It is largely inflated due to the screenshots involved.
And it was a Google Doc that Jar couldn't even read! Him and that merry band of fucking idiots! I'm skipping ahead a little. I'm sorry. You might want to say it's PTSD, but it was absolutely amazing. There was a merry band of fucking idiots sticking up for her with this goddamn Google Doc. Oh! Okay, Harlequin, you're right. Breathe. You're on the good mic. True.
It begins by breaking down the two avenues Cindy would use to engage in sexual conversations with minors. One was her Discord server, and the second was Sock Gang, a Discord chat that the author of the doc participated in. Quote, I met Cindy around 2020 to 2021 due to me joining a friend group she happened to be part of. Me, Cindy, and a few others who were part of that friend group made a group chat together called Sock Gang to talk back and forth with one another. Unquote. The following pages contain Discord screenshots of Synni engaging in sexual conversations. The names are censored, and the age is placed alongside the censored names. Synni, in the first screenshot, is 18, talking about being horny in a church to two 15-year-olds.
And this is why! This is why. This is why. This is why. Discord should not allow anyone under the age of 18 inside of it. Period. I don't give a fuck who says what. I don't care. I don't care what the Discord is set for. Discord should not be available to anyone under 18. I don't care. I do not care. Bruh. Now, granted, are minors gonna slip through? Of course. They lie all the fucking time. I know I did when I was under 18, okay? I was going into bars at 18 years old, telling them I was 21, all right? I get it. Minors are gonna lie. But Jesus Christ, do something where you do not allow kids under 18 years of age be in your damn Discord. And if you do have a Discord like that, don't have any NSFW parts whatsoever. Don't allow any kind of sexual talk or whatsoever, period. Do not, you're setting yourself up to get fucked up in the game if you allow anyone under 18 years old to be in your fucking Discord. That's on period. You are setting yourself up to get fucked up in the game if you do. Because then you'll have fucking freaks like this in your fucking Discord talking to a goddamn 15-year-old about being horny and shit. Bro, I don't play with that shit, bro.
As seen on page 5, she would post her gore fetish art to the group. As for Synni's Discord server, a server largely built from the reputation of her channel that advertised her videos as 13+, also had rules that users had to be 13 years or older. The author of the doc states, quote, "These rules have not been changed or altered since 2021. I was actually the one who wrote these rules for the server when it first was created because I was a moderator." Unquote. On page 10 and 11 are screenshots of a moderator reinforcing the rules to not discuss sexual topics and a screenshot that shows rule number 4 of the server. Quote, "No NSFW topics, art, or nude images under any circumstances." Unquote. Page 12 then contains a screenshot of Synni posting her naked avatar with a sign that says lewd. The text next to her avatar reads, quote, "You can lewd Synni, I don't mind." Unquote. The author of the doc makes it clear that Synni was both breaking her own rules and was 19 at the time she posted.
Fucking disgusting. I don't care how you slice it. Fucking disgusting. On God.
This in her server. She also posted the same gore art in the server that she posted on Saw Gang. The pages that follow depict many instances of Synni encouraging sexual comments in her server with minors that have stated they are as such. Page 43 of the doc marks the beginning of several images of Synni's fan comic of 2 original characters, Boy and Nightmare Sans. These are not of her creation, and the author of the doc goes into the turmoil between Synni's sexualizing of these characters and the person who designed the characters being displeased with it. Starting page 91, the doc goes in depth in discussing Synni's online sexual exchanges with an individual the author names O, who was around 2 years younger than Synni, and they began texting frequently when Synni was 19 and O was 17. On page 108 is the conclusion of this. Quote, "Synni sent a few messages to the commentary channel who made a video about the entire situation with O, and I'm going to end this document off with it for a reason." Unquote. The message that Synni allegedly sent this commentary channel reads, quote, "I am aware I shouldn't have been talking like that to a minor who I hadn't known for very long. I made a note to myself and my friends that I'm not going to talk to minors like that ever again."
You mean having the minor join you in a VC and read some sexual shit that you wrote and you wanted them to read it? Is that what you fucking mean? That you shouldn't talk to a minor like that because that's what you fucking did? Really? Really? It's important to note Synni stalked the artist who made the blue character and they begged her to stop. I believe it.
In fact, I'm going to refrain from making new friends with people under 18 years old. Unquote. The doc author closes with, quote, "I understand that a lot of these were from 2022 through 2023, and it is now September of 2024. However, it has taken me a while to build up the courage to finally speak about all of this." Unquote. This was not an isolated incident, and it was not the only Google Doc released to expose Synni.
Nope.
On September 15th, 2024, a new Google Doc was released. the user of which goes by Enno. This doc is 188 pages.
Okay, this is the doc that I was bitching about. It's this one. Because I remember going through all the screenshots. I was on Kristen Nark's channel, and it was me, Chris, and I believe Beckett. I want to say it was Beckett up there with us. And we went through the docs. Oh my God.
And like the one prior, is largely inflated with screenshots. The previous doc covered Synni's actions from 2021 through 2023, and it ended with her promising not to interact with minors. The events of this doc describe Enno's personal experiences with Synni, which took place right after the events of 2023, as Enno reached out to Synni, attempting to comfort Synni with the controversy she was going through.
But then again, I'm not sure how you feel about it right now. I'm just an outsider looking in it, and none of it's my business. I just hope your home situation gets better, and I hope this drama goes away. I've watched your content for a long time, and you are one of my favorite artists. Hugs.
Then, in February 2024, Synni responds asking how old Enno is. Enno responds, stating they are 14 years old and knows that Synni is not meant to talk to minors.
And that's when you stop the conversation. How old are you? I'm 14. Block. 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 Block them. As soon as you find out they're underage, block. Block them.
Minors. Yet Synni responds again, this time with, quote, cries, why are all the funny people children? Nah, I just don't want to become uber close with minors, unquote. Synni was 20 years old at the time of sending that. Enno then posted a screenshot before.
What does a 20-year-old have enough in common to talk to a 14-year-old about? Like what? What? Stop. What are you doing? You knew they were 14 years old. You knew they were 14 years old. They told you they were 14 years old. The fuck is wrong with you?
Hour-long call, claiming that they would talk for hours. By June, their conversations landed on sexual topics. Synni would share her fetishes, such as the one where she wants to be sat on. Screenshots of the sort make up the majority of the doc.
Oh, wait.
Fetishes, such as the one where she wants to be sat on. Screenshots of
boys keep touching him, forcing him against the wall, and if NM yells for help or says no or refuses comply, boy will hit him. Look at all this shit. Look at this. Tempted to share the comic with you. I could censor that stuff. I don't know. I like sharing my stuff. Shower, like, bro, what? With a 14-year-old? Are you kidding me? It's not he. Synnibear is the person doing this. It's not. This isn't just a robot doing this. Firestar. It's Synnibear, and Synnibear is a woman doing this. But she is a predator. Yes, 100%. She is. Just a robot. What June is doing? He's telling you this story because it sets up for what Just a Robot stupidly does. But you need to know this story so you can understand the outrage we all had with Just a Robot. So this story makes you sick, right, Firestar? Ha! Wait until you see what Just a Robot said about it. Just a Robot is an idiot.
The sort make up the majority of the doc. On page 92, there is a drawing of the character Boy engaging in sexual activity with Synni's avatar. Then from pages 108 through 176 is a comic of the original character's Nightmare Sans being punished by the original character Boy. The plot and possibly intentions behind this comic are exposed on page 136. Quote, why are you doing this to me? Who are you? I'm glad you asked. I don't have a real name, but you can call me Boy. Boy? That's me. I'm a deity. My job is to protect those who can't protect themselves, namely children. Oh, that's right? Oh, heh, that look says it all. Yes, you're quite fond of kids, aren't you? No, wait, it's not like that. The context doesn't matter. I know what you did. Unquote. The final pages of the doc are more drawings of a sexual nature. Synni has shown that she has acknowledged her actions. She has promised to not engage in conversations with minors, yet immediately did so. What's more, a third doc would come out. This time, the author claimed that they were 15 interacting sexually with Synni while Synni was 18, meaning this took place within the first doc's timeframe. As where all this was leading to, Jack, also known as Birdie, a content creator and Synni's at the time roommate.
Justice for the ferret. That's all I'm going to say. Justice for the ferret when it comes to Birdie. Birdie and Synnibear were dating at one point, and Birdie, all I'm going to say is the ferret was involved. Justice for the ferret. Okay? Just justice for the ferret. And the ferret didn't like it, all right? Oh, God, no. Fuck. All right, we're going to keep moving. We're going to keep moving.
Released a video titled, "My roommate groomed a 14-year-old. I need help."
Okay, I have to be kind of quiet because Synny is in the other room because she called in sick from work today. I'm like, this is like an emergency, but just trying to like spill my guts as fast as I can so that I can be safe and so that Synny doesn't hurt anyone else.
Birdie advertises a GoFundMe, a fund not for the victim but for themselves to move out because they felt that they were in danger. This GoFundMe eventually raised $11,000. Birdie then speaks of how Synny interacted with them.
I also consented to her like touching my boobs. And like, I guess like this stuff is fine because I consented to it, but there's stuff that she did that I didn't consent to. Like, she would often poke me like in the ass or like on my crotch and like make jokes about fingering me, and like I told her not to do this and I said no multiple times, and I would even like scream when she did it, but she did it even as recently as like a few nights ago, I think.
Also included in the video is a statement from Eno.
But honestly, I can't help but feel regret knowing that I did something that could impact her and what this will do to her channel and the people around her.
The last segment of the video contains a secretly recorded confrontation that Birdie had with Synny.
It's not a mistake, like, you can't just accidentally send a 14-year-old porn. No. Like,
bro, burn it all down. We gotta get Mally out of there. We gotta get Thuman out of there. Nuke the rest. Just nuke them. Just drop a nuke. Burn the ACC down.
no, you can't. You groomed them. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. What you did was grooming. You have been inappropriate with me too. Wait, how? You know how I told you not to like poke me in the butt or like on my crotch, and you still do it? Wait, do I do it in the crotch, really? Like, I don't know, sometimes. You still make jokes about like fingering me and stuff, and you asked me to sit on your face that one time. Like, I'm gonna be honest, Synny. I don't want to live with you anymore.
Oh my god.
I don't feel safe here anymore after learning what happened. Dude, I was fucking crying my eyes out earlier when I found out what you did. Jack, please. Broke my heart, Synny, that you would do that.
Birdie's video does not end there, but with an animation they were working on just to not have the work go to waste. An animation where Birdie and Synny's avatar are pole dancing. Then, Synnibear's video was shortly uploaded after Birdie's, in where she admits to grooming.
I'm sorry to everyone I've ever made uncomfortable with my sexual content. I'm sorry to the victim I groomed.
About 2 weeks later, Synny stated that she wanted to kill Birdie and then uploaded another video. Now she...
I'm so unbelievably pissed off. Jack is Birdie, by the way. I love Jackson. Right now, I fucking hate him. I hope... Wow. Damn, Synny. Holy shit.
She was stating that she was not a groomer and that she made that video under duress. She also states she heard Birdie recording their exposed video and details what happened after, which is that her and Birdie went to Panera, and while waiting for food, Synny broke down in tears as she knew Birdie was soon moving out.
He got a Red Bull. I got food too, but my stomach was in knots and I couldn't eat anything. We watched Rick and Morty while we ate, and I remember asking if we could try finishing Rick and Morty before he left, and he said that sounded like a good idea. I laid in bed.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone here except for the minor, as far as the characters, everyone here except for the minor is a piece of shit. Everyone. It's just, this is the particular Synny story, so Synny is the particular villain of this story. But believe me, there's stories out there about Birdie. That's the problem with the ACC. You'll have a villain of the week or villain of the month, and it could be this very same people who are calling out the villain have a bunch of skeletons in their closet too. They're all pieces of shit. With the exception of a few. They're all pieces of shit. It's crazy.
With him, and he showed me funny videos, but I just kept crying.
With Birdie moving out, one of the cats they had went with him. Synni was not pleased with this, which turned into a debacle of attempting to get what she believed to be her cat back. Only that Birdie had left the cat in the care of someone else. Synni later recorded and uploaded her unsuccessful attempt to get the cat back.
Hello. I'm here for my cat.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Cynthia, you're not allowed here.
What do you mean?
Cynthia, go home.
Your father let me inside. Where's
Yeah.
my cat?
This recording ends with Synni getting kicked out.
Okay, I'm still 911. Go. Get. Go.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Go.
Go. Just go. Just go.
Fuck you.
And thank you.
You have until the 25th.
Synni was not very pleased with Birdie, and she was not the only one. Birdie was also receiving flack for the lengthy history of acting erratically online. This is a screenshot of a message Birdie sent to a 13-year-old.
I think. What?
Flagged for the lengthy history of acting erratically online. This is a screenshot of a message Birdie sent to a 13-year-old while Birdie was 16. Quote, I think you're pretty mature for your age. That's one of the reasons I've considered you as a viable option for a partner. Unquote. Birdie does not regard this as grooming and even blames the 13-year-old forcing the relationship upon them.
I told you everyone in the story is a piece of shit, except for the minors. You have people who will go for minors on top of calling out other people for doing the same thing. It's absolutely fucking amazing how fucked up this community is. I'm just saying. It's ridiculous.
Exactly 5 days after said breakup, I was asked out by my former friend Draggy, who was 13. I was 16, and it was my responsibility as the older person to turn them down, but because of the mental state I was in, I was unable to make the right decision.
While it can be disputed whether or not this was grooming, in Birdie's eyes, their relationship with a 14-year-old when they were 12 was grooming.
I know a few of you are probably going to say this as some sort of counter-argument, so I'd like to acknowledge it. The age—
It's a bunch of hypocrites. They're a bunch of fucking hypocrites. Block said, this is the Xylee I missed. Hell yeah, dude. You know, this is my bread and butter right here.
gap wasn't, like, huge. I was 12 and she was 14. But, like, let's not get caught up in the logistics of grooming. I am not misusing the word. I can confidently say that this is what this was.
There is also the ferret event. This is only the tip of the iceberg.
Wait, do you actually talk about— please tell me you talk about the ferret. Please tell me you talk about the ferret.
Please say that this is what this was.
There is also the ferret event. This is only the tip of the iceberg behind Birdie's lore. But this story is not about Birdie or
Okay, let's read this. When I was 13, I was being manipulated by Maddie.
ferret event. This is only the tip of the iceberg
I tried to make Chara, the ferret, do teen ants.
behind Birdie's lore. But this story
And what is teen ants, you ask? Oral sex. That's the ferret. That's the ferret story. Justice for the ferret. That's Birdie, who was calling out Synnibear. Justice for the ferret. I'm just saying, justice for the ferret. These people are sick. Where do you find these people? In the ACC. Yeah.
is not about Birdie or even Synni.
I know about the ferret. Yeah, my roommate came in and he said, "Did you hear about the ferret?" And I just said, "Yes, I know about the ferret."
Jar was dead set on making a video on Synni.
I also fully edited the previous version, where it was like more bashing her.
His first draft was done. It was fully edited, but not uploaded as Jar was displeased with how it came out. Additionally, there was a creator in defense of Synni whose arguments piqued Jar's interest.
Point is, I saw Kumo defending Synni, and
Kumo and his merry band of fucking idiots. How they went through, what was it, 188 pages, 189 pages of that document, and they were legitimately trying, well, this is what it was. They were legitimately trying to defend Synnibear, but what it really was is Kumo wanted to go after Birdie. and he wanted to use Synnibear to get to Birdie, so he was defending Synnibear. How you could defend that fucking document and the two idiots that were with him defending Synnibear was astronomically retarded. And it was Evan and Goblin. I'll say Evan's name. I don't give a fuck. Always trying to call into Beckett shows and say some shit that he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't care.
You know, a lot of his arguments seemed pretty convincing to me.
Jar speaks of being indecisive, yet at this time, in late September, 2 Google Docs on Synni had been released. Nearly 300 pages of evidence were out there. While Jar at most scrolled through these, he did not go through the entirety of the lengthy documentation. Rather, he reached out to Synni and was crafting a video that appeared to be...
Yes, Olivia, that Evan. Evan does things, or Evan knows things, or whatever. Yes, that Evan. Yes, that Evan. And he'll call into Beckett shows every now and then and try to tell Beckett what he should or should not be doing on his stream, or who or what he should be covering, or who he should be talking to. Yes, that Evan. He was part of the merry band of fucking retards. Evan do things. Yeah, thank you, Medley. Evan do things, yes. And fucking Goblin, and it was Kumo, Goblin, and Evan. And then there was somebody else, but they retracted their name because that person left.
He did not go through the entirety of the lengthy documentation. Rather, he reached out to Synni and was crafting a video that appeared to be in her favor. There are many possible explanations as to why Jar would handle a live grenade, some of which can be explained by his time online, because his confidence comes from the DeviantArt days to his experiences with the art community, and the arrogance that came with surviving through it.
I've won almost every single drama I've been in, even when I was on the losing side.
This is from the video Jar made on Synni. He brings forward the belief that he wins the conflicts he's involved in, though does not consider those to not hold much weight. There are conflicts about if Pokemon can destroy the world, or conflicts about individuals misrepresenting another's intentions. They are often esoteric, small, and innocuous. Carefully considered and crafted arguments hardly matter in this context, but when dealing with something as serious and prevalent as an accused predator, it...
And with the proof right there in a fucking Google Doc, how? I don't understand. You know what it was? You know what it was? Kumo was the big boy on the block of the ACC. Just a Robot wanted to sit at the cool kids table, and he thought Kumo was gonna win. That's why he pulled this move. Seth Look says, before the internet, it was much harder for weirdos like these to find each other and feed into each other's sicko stuff. True, Seth. But that's why. That's why he defended Synnibear, because he wanted to be in good with Kumo, because everybody loved Kumo. That's why he changed his video. He changed it from calling out Synnibear to defending Synnibear. He wanted to sit at the cool kids table.
Cause for a far more serious approach. This is something Jar failed to do, and not just in terms of research, as would be revealed.
If this is the case, if I did have sexual interest with Synni, actually no, that doesn't work because it didn't last long enough.
Before the Discord messages between Jar and Synni were leaked, Jar's entire, fully edited video in defense of Synni was leaked online on October 12, 2024 by a creator known as Kumo. This was leaked to Kumo by someone known as Goblin, and Goblin got that video from the source.
This was the first time I ever asked Goblin to look over something for me. This was actually the first time I ever interacted with her. I didn't think she would send it to Kumo after I explicitly told her, don't show it to anyone.
Jar, as he claims, uploaded an earlier version to match the leak in a panic. With Jar's video uploaded, the world will never know what his refined video on Synni could have been, as this rough draft took its place. A rough draft that was immediately poorly received. It is important to note that Jar, even with this draft of the video, did not go through the entirety of the Google Docs on Synni, yet was making statements throughout the video and...
You know the sad thing is about not going through that entire doc? You didn't have to. You could have just looked at the screenshots. You could have just looked at the comic strip and then the wording underneath it, and you would have got the full story. You would have got the entire if you didn't want to go through all 180 plus pages, which really wasn't much because it was a bunch of screenshots. Bro, there was no excuse for defending her. None whatsoever.
insinuating that he did.
There was something about the Synnibear situation that didn't feel right. I'll give you two options. You can take the blue pill and just believe the mainstream opinion about Synni, or you can take the red pill, and I can show you just how deep this rabbit hole goes. Unfortunately, the doc is so long that most people didn't look at it in its entirety, and if they did, they didn't look at it very carefully.
But Jar, the document had all the proof. I mean, look how many pages it had. All that evidence must prove that Synni's a groomer, right?
Well, actually no. There's not one shred of evidence that Synni groomed anyone.
I cannot express to you how much of a retard he is for this take. I read that Google Doc. I sat on a live stream and Kristen Art and Beckett and I went through that Google Doc. And I promise you, there was more than enough fucking evidence in that fucking Google Doc. The simple fact that you even had, what, a 13, 14-year-old, maybe even a 15-year-old, read the comic book strip, period, was grooming. What does grooming do? Grooming makes them get to a point where they feel comfortable with whatever act you are teaching them. Synnibear wanted the minor to read out the comic strip in a VC. I need somebody to explain to me how that wasn't grooming. Literally. Yeah, and it's not even that deep into the doc either. Exactly. Jar is a piece of shit. He just wanted to sit at the cool kids table because he thought Kumo was going to fucking win.
Just testimony.
While these insinuate that Jar went through the entirety of the docs, later in the video he outright states he did, which is a lie.
After going through both of these massive documents in their entirety, I realized that they're just full of nothing. Oh no, Sunny drew a picture of her character in a sexy outfit. Oh no, Sunny said I like big butts that cannot let to a minor.
To clarify, did you read that whole doc? Like, did you read, or I know that you didn't read the whole doc, but did you get to the end of that doc?
What happened? No.
Okay.
What happened at the end?
There are other elements.
So that makes you a liar. That means, you know what that means? That means that anybody takes any of your videos serious, they're a fucking retard. That means you lie to your audience. That means you have absolutely no fucking credibility whatsoever. You piece of fucking shit.
In this video that are perplexing, such as Jar discussing creator Power Cynical's accusations and trying to draw parallels as to why Synni should be forgiven. And then there are also edits of Jar and Synni in the setting of the casting couch.
Do you mind if I begin?
Am I being recorded?
Actually, sure, I'll ask that. Would you be okay if I record you?
And why would Jar put a casting couch there? I mean, come on, bro. Really? We thought that was funny?
I guess it should be fine.
Okay.
There's also Jar calling it a red flag that Synni admitted to what she did.
The first big red flag to me was how quickly Synni admitted to grooming. When it comes to groomers, they never do that.
Even worse is the framing of these two events.
But the thing is, as far as I'm aware, Synni wasn't hitting on this.
I forgot how mad I got at this video. Just the old feelings are just flooding right now. Because I remember watching this video for the first time and literally throwing a fucking fit and hitting my desk and shit. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, he did. He blamed his editor and said he didn't know. Yeah, because the editor was pissed off. Yeah, that's right. Because the editor was pissed off that he was sticking up for Synnibear. The editor was pissed.
Do that.
Even worse is the framing of these two events.
But the thing is, as far as I'm aware, Synni wasn't hitting on this 17-year-old. She was just cooming with them. Now, I know what some of you are gonna say.
Well, we're not saying she groomed a 14-year-old to get with them. She just groomed a 14-year-old to be more comfortable with conversations like this so she could coom.
Don't get me wrong, I thought that at first, but it turns out that the minor was the one being inappropriate first, and she kept on pestering Synni to talk about that at first, but it turns out that the more you were gonna say.
Well, we're not saying she groomed a 14-year-old to get with them. She just groomed a 14-year-old to be more comfortable with conversations like this so she could coom.
Don't get me wrong, I thought that at first, but it turns out that the minor was the one being inappropriate first, and she kept on pestering Synni to talk about stuff like this.
Now, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that statement? What's wrong with that statement? Well, the minor approached Synni and was pestering Synni. Shouldn't have Synni, knowing that the minor was a minor, kind of cut off the conversation and block them and not talk to them? And if they were in her Discord, kick them out? I mean, what? Bro, what?
That was so fucking stupid. Like, oh, the minor made it sexual first. I don't know why I fucking said that. That was like so victim blamey, and I regret saying that. That was the dumbest shit I ever said.
On October 13th, with content of Jar and his exploit.
You think, Jar? You think? Do you think that was one of the... Yeah, it kind of was.
Saying that was the dumbest shit I ever said.
On October 13th, with content of Jar and his exploits in demand, or Jartent for short, creator Chud Logic, with the leaked Synnibear and Jar Discord conversations in hand, went through them in a livestream.
I'll give you a list of questions in text that I'll be asking in the call, so you can get ready with answers for when I ask them, I guess, if you want to. And then he literally just sends the questions.
The DMs between Jar and Synni start off unassuming. The rest were nothing of the sort.
That just fucking looked... Oh my fucking god.
Get him, Chud.
No way. Want to see my cock? And it's a joke. What is going on, dude? This is like absurd.
FYI, he sent the exact same joke to one of the artists that would help him out. I'm friends with her. And she showed me that he sent that to her. And he was really weird in the DMs with her in the sense of, like, he would always want her to go and make sure to like his video that she drew the art for and stuff like that. And he would always have these stipulations and shit. Yeah. No, I saw the DMs. He's a weird piece of shit.
Each new revelation is more absurd than the last.
Synni, I know it sucks, everything you're going through. You just want it to be over. You want me to finish up my video as soon as possible. But it's better I get this right than fast. I just don't want you to deal with this anymore, and if I take my time with it...
Bro, he's admitting, dude, he is admitting that he's crafting a video to defend them specifically.
There was an apparent conflict of interest. Jar was not going into this to investigate, but alleviate the burden on Synni. A motivation for Jar was assumed based off messages such as this one.
Cat.
To add to the absurdness were Star Wars quotes and sleepy time calls.
Thank you again for trying to help me. I do or do not. There is no try. Oh, it's from Star Wars Episode 5 of the OG trilogy. Let's find out. I just need someone to chat with as I drift off to sleep. You can say no.
As shown below, this call did happen, and
can you imagine somebody messaging you over Discord and going, hey, can you get in a call with me so we can talk, so I can drift off to sleep? Can we have a sleepy time call? Can you imagine? Can you imagine somebody messaging you going, hey, can we have a sleepy time call? This is so stupid. Cloudy's like, Xylee, unfortunately now, yes, I can. Shut up, Olivia. I am not doing a sleepy time call with you, okay? I don't care how you ask. There's no fucking way. I'd be like, what? Listen, I could be in a voice chat, and as soon as I hear a snore coming from somebody, get the fuck out of here. Or I'll put them, like in my Discords, I always have a chat that's locked up. That's just, and it's called like bedtime or fell asleep. If somebody falls asleep in a call, you just move them there. Boom. God damn.
Lasted 28 minutes. It is arguable that Jar did not act entirely professional with...
Wait, Medley, you might be right. Maybe you need to do sleepy time call to get your sleep schedule on track. Okay, true. Maybe I'm missing the point of it. My sleep schedule will never be on track. We all know this, okay? I don't sleep.
Shown below, this call did happen and lasted 28 minutes. It is arguable that Jar did not act entirely professional with Synni.
What's up, I'm at work right now.
Alright, mamacita. I'll hit you up when I get home.
Chud Logic was able to get Jar to speak to him live. Initially, they discussed the video and why Jar's semantics throughout it appeared as a defense of Synni.
You're also trying to fucking lawyer about the meaning of the word grooming. And I'm saying it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter whether or not it's grooming. This behavior is so egregious that all you do when you talk about and argue about whether or not it's grooming is you give the implication that you're defending this person, even if you're claiming that you're not.
I 100% get that. I really should have looked through my video more.
About halfway through the one-on-one confrontation, Chud questions Jar about his motivations with Synni.
Maybe I do have sexual interest in Synni. I mean, I'm a straight guy, come on. So I'm going to walk back on that, but I have...
The worst thing Jar could have ever did was go and talk to Chud Logic. Now, I don't know who here knows Chud Logic, okay? But Chud knows how to get a motherfucker talking, all right? It is widely known. Let's put it this way. I always knew, all right? When I ran in that circle, if for any reason Chud Logic wanted me to call in, I was going to be very conveniently busy and would not be able to call in. There is no fucking way I would ever call into a Chud Logic stream. Especially if I'm in the wrong for something. Nope. Nope.
Girlfriend, I'm not, what part of the logs would you like to go over with me?
And you say, I presume it's some sort of joke, want to see my cock. In fact, I'll tell you what. And then you send a picture of a chicken, of a rooster, of some sort.
That's my humor.
Okay. Do you think it's appropriate to joke about...
Yeah, Chud is fair. I like Chud Logic. You know, I know him and Tommy are having issues, but I mean, Chud, let's put it this way. Chud's always been nice to me. I will say that. I love me some Tommy though, but Chud's always been nice to me. He's never been out of the way mean to me or anything like that.
Sending a picture of your penis to someone who you're interviewing who's accused of grooming an individual?
Absolutely not.
So why did you do it?
It's just my humor.
The conversation eventually leads to the sleepy time.
CMG, Billy's taking the day off.
So why did you do it?
It's just my humor.
The conversation eventually leads to the sleepy time call.
I like to chat to people on my phone as I fall asleep. It's not a romantic thing at all.
Jar goes on to claim that he has sleepy time calls with anyone, including his roommates, as they help him fall asleep. The story more and more so was becoming less about Synni, less about Jar's video on Synni, and then more just about Jar in general because it was now being revealed that interactions like these were common with Jar.
Yo, you're all good. You can finish it up tomorrow, in fact. Yeah. What a cute little pussy.
That was a voice note of Jar left in response to a thumbnail artist after she sent a gif of a cat, brought forward by creator FPS Diesel, who was live with Chud Logic and Jar.
Yes, and I was in the voice call with the artist. Well, the artist had already showed that to me, right? I already knew about it. And we had just, I think we had just informed FPS Diesel we were in his Discord. Matter of fact, the same Discord we played D&D in. And I was like, go up there with it. Give it to him. Go up there with it. And he did. He went up there and played it.
Jar.
Yo, you're all good. You can finish it up tomorrow, in fact. Yeah. What a cute little pussy.
That was a voice note of Jar left in response to a thumbnail artist after she sent a gif of a cat, brought forward by creator FPS Diesel, who was live with Chud Logic and Jar.
Like, I knew that the way I joked around would eventually catch up to me. This is why I can't hold down a job, to be honest. And yep, this is finally out there.
Jar's statements were not entirely convincing.
No, that is not true. I have no interest in Synni. I haven't even seen a picture of their face.
About 2 minutes after that statement, Jar says this.
So, I mean, you see a hot cartoon character. I mean, I've admitted that Data Animations' cartoon is pretty hot. I
don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. How? Somebody needs to explain to me. Somebody needs... Bro. How in the fuck?
A hot cartoon character. I mean, I've admitted that Jade Animations' cartoon is pretty hot. I swear I had no romantic interest in Synni. I swear.
Photos of Synnibear 03 were making the rounds online, chiefly this one where she has a bloody nose. Though Jar contends what he did was not out of attraction, he has had a history of being infatuated with female avatars. Rather, one avatar in particular.
Porn centered around real people, like Jaden Animations.
He was obsessed with Jaden Animations. Obsessed with her. To the point that it was creepy.
Both Wolfie and Jaden don't like porn being drawn of their characters. Now, I will say that, embarrassingly, Jaden Animations is kind of my YouTube crush. Of course, she's way out of my league. I'm not talking about the real her, I'm talking about her cartoon character. Now, to be fair, her avatar is quite attractive, and so is Wolfie Chews. But should we really be drawing porn of people if they don't want us to draw porn of them?
That was from a video titled, "Should we draw porn of someone's characters if they don't want us to?" And this was from a 2024 Google Doc. Quote, "I am 21 now, but I joined his server when I was 17. I was a big fan of Jar. Every Tuesday, he would join his VC for his announcement or chat with his fans. I joined the VC and wanted to ask him for an art role since I greatly enjoy drawing and modeling. He then makes a joke in a public voice call."
Wait, I'm sorry, hold on. I want to see something. No, he doesn't go into it. Okay.
Drawing his OC violating stuff to Jaden Animations. The people in the call started freaking out before he asked my age. I said I was 17. He then tried to backtrack and ask for a drawing of Jaden lifting her shirt in a sexy pose. This means he continued requesting me to draw this for him and to give me the art role. He sent me a link in my DMs to a Google search. Jaden Animation Porn. I thought this was okay and drew it for him the next day. Unquote. This took place in 2021. The author of the doc also shared a video recording of the Discord messages with Jar. In here, Jar states, quote, "Thanks so much, OMG, you made porn of Jaden for me." Unquote. The doc author responds, quote, "Yeah, I was 17 at the time and wanted to get that robot art role." Unquote. Jar did not respond directly to that message.
Okay, so this person, I believe, and isn't this the same person, the people who know me, wasn't this the same person that Ant and oh God, what's his name? They ended up talking to on their channel? I want to say that's the same person that Ant and the other person they had an interview with. Yes. Okay, here was the problem with her story. We have no proof that he knew she was 17 at the time, because he wasn't diligent in knowing who was 18 and who wasn't. And it ended up not actually being prawn, okay? It wasn't actually porn. It was actually like, it wasn't even a lewd, really. I think it was like in a bathing suit or something. Oh, he does? Okay.
I didn't know how to respond to that because, well, I didn't have any interest in this person.
No, it wasn't Gamma.
Thought not checking someone's age before having them draw, even something that could be put into a thumbnail, could be seen as questionable.
The doc includes the images in question. Due to the softcore nature of the image, Jar believes it was for
Yeah, it was that. That's the image.
a thumbnail, but does not remember the specifics.
Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't ask for that because, like, I mean, it's clearly something that could be put in a thumbnail. I don't think you can put something like that in a thumbnail. That's one thing I really hate about accusations like this. They say you did this, and it's like, well, I can't prove a negative.
Going back to the Discord logs, Jar does refer to it as porn instead of a thumbnail.
Right.
There are also these images from the author speaking to someone else that was allegedly in that call that corroborated that Jar did request a pornographic image of Jaden. This was posted by creator DeviantArt that also interviewed the author of the doc.
Okay.
There are more screenshots like this one of Jar sending fart fetish art. The user in the screenshot alleges that this was sent to them when they were 15 years old and that Jar knew of their age. But there is far more to Jar's history than this. On October 22nd, 2020.
Okay, so that's the thing. They were 15 when they were sent that image, but the thing is, we have no proof. I had no proof that Jar knew they were 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were no messages between them that he knew they were 15, I think. I remember having a problem with that story, and I think it was that. I believe. Because he wasn't diligent on who he was talking to. bro, if they're kick them out of your fucking Discord if they're under 18, bro. That's just my stance on it. I do not want to be in a Discord. I'm not going to own a Discord where somebody's under 18 in it. You know what I mean? To this day, we never know, but this is why your Discord must be 18 plus. Exactly, Opblock. Yeah, right of center left, that makes sense. If they lie to you about their age, that's different. If you know, stay away. Exactly. What's up, Zane?
Me too. Creator Cope and Seed premiered a
That's my bestie. That's my bestie. Cope and Seed is my bestie.
far more to Jar's history than this. On October 22nd, 2022, creator Cope and Seed premiered a near hour-long video on Jar. This contained an interview with him, where many others corroborated his habits and actions. The first segment is about Jar's racist comments, Jar saying the N-word, doing blackface, and the outro song from his old videos.
Oh, so your thumbnail maker is either a racist white person or a according to you. I decided to reveal my true colors. I, just a robot, am in fact black.
As for Jar's old outro song that was believed to be directly inspired by the Hymn of the Republic, it turns out Jar had a different inspiration.
Just the robot marches on.
If you've ever seen American History X, and you remember the guy driving the van and he was singing, if you listen to the words he was using and the words that Jar was using, that's where you knew. I knew it as soon as I heard it, because that's exactly what it reminded me of. The words he was using reminded me of the fat guy that was in the van driving and singing the song. I knew it as soon as I heard it. That's where it came from.
And before you say, hey, Beckett, that's just the Battle Hymn of the Republic. What are you talking about, bro?
Wait, Xylee, take the W because this video exists because of you? Wait. How? No? What? What are you saying, Opblock? No?
Of the Republic, it turns out Jar had a different inspiration.
Just the robot marches on.
And before you say, hey, Beckett, that's just the Battle Hymn of the Republic. What are you talking about, bro? It was noted by several sources that this rendition bears a striking similarity to the rendition in American History X.
Jew by Jew by Jew, the white man marches on.
Yep.
Oh, no, that's perfectly understandable. And
You asked Beckett to make a Jar video. Oh, yeah, I did. I bugged the shit out of him. I was like, make the video, make the fucking video. Make it. You're right. That's true. I did. I bugged the shit out of him to make that Jar video.
that is accurate. And when I heard that racist rendition of it, I thought, oh, I'm going to make my own rendition of this song.
The next section of the video is titled Sex Pest. While it does not include the cheating accusations, as that was only being explored during this period, it does bring light to a lesser spoken event, and paints a picture of how often Jar makes these sorts of comments.
Jar asking about women's pussies is nothing new. He did it all the time when we would VC, like, oh god, back when Peaches was still around. He used to ask us all sorts of inappropriate shit, and people kind of just rolled their eyes, and it was like...
I love Mally. Mally is one of the ones that need to be saved. Mally is one of the ones that we need to pluck from the ACC, take her out, and drop the nuke.
It's just Jar. He's too stupid to be a problem, so, like, just roll with the punches.
While there already is a fair number of documented events of this sort of thing happening with Jar, there are few events of people interacting with him in person. That's where VidCon 2023 comes in. To preface this, creator Spockter was in hot water for their own controversy. Creators like Jar were covering this. However, Jar's original thumbnail implied the events were far worse than they seemed. I was just looking to get a cupcake.
Okay, he got canceled for this thumbnail. All right? Listen, I understand people not liking Just a Robot. I do. I get it. But I see it as a joke, and get over yourself. Like, there was whole ass videos made about this fucking thumbnail. It was a little bit too far.
However, Jar's original thumbnail implied the events were far worse than they seemed. I was just looking to get a cupcake is a reference to the exposed pedophile creator EDP445 saying this.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake.
With Jar implying Spockter's crimes were as grievous as EDP's through the thumbnail, creators in this community messaged Jar displeased about it.
The fallout from this thumbnail was actually pretty significant, and it's become its own little bit of Jar lore within the art commentary community. It actually even ended his friendship with another creator who goes by Harley. But personally, I think the far more interesting story is the fallout that occurred during VidCon. Jar begins by making it clear his intentions are to talk about the current drama. Mally is not very receptive to that. However, when she refuses a VC, Jar makes the very sensible move of suggesting they meet up for drinks and then possibly going to his hotel room.
Jar's messages to creator Mally Malware read, quote, "We could talk in person at VidCon, just me and you over drinks. Maybe you could come to my hotel room with my lol JK," unquote. Mally responds, quote, "No way. I'm not going to spend VidCon time on that sort of thing. I want to focus on holiday stuff," unquote. Prior to these messages earlier that month were messages of Jar stating, quote, "Nice. Can't wait for you to see how buff I am," unquote. But she got no response too.
Jar's pleas for meeting up become even more desperate, at one point saying he wouldn't threaten or berate her for not getting in a VC with him.
Mally and others corroborate that they felt uncomfortable with Jar and tried to enjoy the event while still being on the lookout for him. One of these creators was Ponder Sprocket, who had an interaction with Jar.
They felt like they were being stalked at VidCon. And they were like looking around corners to make sure he wasn't there.
Ponder would be approached by Jar, who she did not recognize. They'd have a quick conversation, during which he'd mention he was also a YouTuber. When she asked, "Oh, what's your channel?" he responded, "Just a robot," gripped her hand tightly, and then laughed manically while walking away.
Side note, it has been corrected by a different creator that Jar did not laugh maniacally.
But one thing is for certain, upon hearing the name Just a Robot, Ponder exclaimed, "Oh God," and tried to pull away.
The kicker is he did it.
Could you imagine? You're at VidCon and you just start talking to a random person, you know, you're meeting people. And you're like, "Oh, what channel do you have?" And they grab your hand, "Just a Robot." And you go, "Oh God." And you try to get away as fast as possible. You know there's something wrong with you when people have that kind of reaction to hearing your YouTube name. I'm just saying. Holy shit. That should tell you how people look at you. What the fuck? I can see it. He would have grabbed my hand and said, "Just a Robot." I just would have started screaming, "Stranger danger! Stranger danger! Stranger danger!" Started blowing a whistle and everything. Shit, I would have made so much fucking commotion. I would have been like, "Stranger danger! Help! Help! Help!" Bro, you will never catch me at a VidCon. Ever.
Again this year. But another 3.
Another 2 of our friends, yeah.
There are many instances where Jar mishandles social situations outside of the ones that involve sexual comments. A reason for this could be his autism.
No, I want to make this clear. I'm not using this as an excuse, but just as an explanation. I'm not saying this completely means what I'm doing is okay. But not only do I have autism and dyslexia, so communication between people, especially through text, is horrible. But on top of that, I was pretty much homeschooled all my life, so I didn't really get to interact with people.
Explains everything. That explains everything. And the shit in the beginning about mom running a church in the house because, you know, nobody else believed what they believed, explains everything. I'm just saying.
Jar goes on to describe how he's lost jobs because of this sort of thing, and that he eventually would stop interacting with coworkers altogether. The final sections of the video covers the somewhat dichotomous nature of Jar, an overly confident drama tuber that wins all of his conflicts.
Oh, now I remember why I bugged Beckett about making this Jar video. I bugged Beckett about this Jar video because here was the problem. I was doing research on Just a Robot and I was finding all these videos on him, but they were so convoluted with SJW stupid shit that you didn't get a lot of like meat and potatoes what actually is wrong with Jar. So I went to Beckett and I was like, "Listen, fucker, I need a video on Just a Robot that I can react to with his controversies because it is hard to find because the people who made the rest of these videos are idiots." And he was like, "Hold my beer." And then he made the video. That's why I bugged him about it. Now I remember. Yeah, and a few of them had false allegations because they hated Jar. Yeah, exactly. They were so convoluted. I mean, like, some of them I would watch and go, I want to hate Just a Robot, but this is bullshit. And there's no proof of anything. They're just, I don't give a fuck about the graphics. I don't give a fuck about how good you drew what you just, I don't care. There's no facts in this whatsoever. What the fuck is this? You know?
Against the reality of everything shown in the video.
The reason that Just a Robot has been involved in so many fucking dramas is because as a drama is nearing its end, what Jar will do is jump in waving his banner saying, "Don't worry guys, Just a Robot's here," when the battle is already won. And the only way Jar has been able to continue this grift is by parroting the takes that have already won the day. Which is exactly what happened in the Synnibear drama, by the way. Just a Robot saw Chud Logic covering it and laughing at Birdie and assumed that meant public opinion was turning. And then he just simply stole Kumu's opinions. Unfortunately for him, Kumu's opinions on the topic were fucking retarded.
Yes, they were. 100%, bestie. And I think he was rolling with Kumo because Kumo at the time was like top dog. The person of the ACC people feared. So he wanted to be on the side, he wanted to be on what he thought was going to be the winning side. That makes Just a Robot disingenuous and don't take his shit seriously. Because he didn't go by facts. He just went simply by who was saying what.
OpenSea ties Jar's overconfidence and the shield he's had to the various egregious, easily disprovable false allegations made on him over the course of his time online.
Jar's history includes some of the most insane false allegations I have ever seen, including in one instance a grooming accusation against a niece who does not exist.
What were the Fluffy Turbo allegations?
Fluffy Turbo and Chaos 55T came out of hiding to make up false allegations about Jar grooming and sexually abusing his niece, who doesn't exist.
As has been shown throughout this video, Jar always gravitates to drama content, partly because he enjoys it and thought he was good at it.
I guess I convinced myself I was good at it because I was like, I made it that far in drama content.
You suck at drama content. You absolutely suck. And stop immediately. Immediately, just stop. Don't do drama content. You fucking suck at it.
Maybe it is my calling. And, I'm not gonna lie. Drama content can be kind of fun.
Another aspect is Jar's vengeful nature. This is where Copen Seeth plays a clip from a different interview.
Deep down, Jar is deeply, deeply vengeful.
Every time I go to bed and I'm about to fall asleep, I just feel angry about sometimes things that have happened 10 years ago, and sometimes I feel like revenge is the only thing that keeps me going.
I asked Jar to expand on that statement.
I do have a habit of holding grudges, and I want to make this clear because I didn't make it clear the first time. I don't hold grudges against like someone who just called me something mean in a comments section. That's not who I'm concerned with. I'm concerned with people who spread around like serious allegations about me or about people I know.
By the end of October, Jar had leaked a full interview between him and Synni. This mirrored Jar's Discord messages with her.
What you did was bad. Very bad. If you better thank your vagina. If you had a pee-pee, you would be, oh man, it would not be good for you if you had a pee-pee.
I'm public enemy #1 now, so like, I can't make videos, I can't draw, I have no friends, so like, what do I even do with my time?
Listen, I don't care if you have a pee-pee or a vagina. Okay? It was a kid. It was basically a rape comic. Okay? You don't go and ask a minor to go into a VC and read it out loud. And you certainly don't blame the minor for it, Jar. What? Xylee, he's now friends with someone who called him a pedo in our Discord. What? What? Exactly, butt smack.
Goma.
Also on display was Jar's arrogance, calling the audience stupid, claiming he has files upon files on his opposition like Batman.
And I'm guessing you didn't fully grasp what the word groomer meant, right?
I think anyone who was watching my videos might be able to discern that, because
if you could be so lucky, do you know how dumb these people are? So, do you know about the DC comic Tower of Babel?
I don't.
Batman's computer gets hacked by, I believe, Ra's al Ghul, and basically Batman on his computer had a file called Tower of Babel, and in that file was a bunch of folders on each of the Justice League members with like a list of all of their weaknesses and how to take them down. Yeah, I have that, but for ArtCC people.
This
I can't tell y'all how much I can't stand this guy. I cannot explain to you how much I cannot stand Just a Robot. He has files upon files on the ACC people, Olivia. That's what he was explaining. Files upon files on all the ACC people. Bro.
Was juxtaposed to the reality of Jar's incompetence, a running theme in videos covering him, especially with the inexplicable comments he makes.
You were just a bit bi-curious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Once I kissed an Italian guy, but that's not important right now.
But after this, I need to...
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Covering him, especially with the inexplicable comments he makes.
You were just a bit bi-curious, right?
No, wait, no. I need to hear this in normal. Wait, I want to hear this fully.
In videos covering him, especially with the inexplicable comments he makes.
You were just a bit bi-curious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Once I kissed an Italian guy, but that's not important right now.
But after this...
Oh, he said once I kissed an Italian guy. Okay. All right. I thought he was saying, well, you know, I'm an Italian guy. Okay.
I need to go for a little bit because I need to take a dump.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So it might just be gas.
Dude, you don't have to... it's just like everything that comes to his mind, he just has to say.
I have a girlfriend. I love her to death. She was 90 pounds when I met her, and she's just so amazing.
Oh, she was 90 pounds. What the fuck?
So I'm at the pool, just relaxing. 16-year-old girl shows up in her bikini. I realize I have to get the fuck out of there right now because, like, I'm not going to be paying attention. I'm going to daydream. I'm going to look in her general direction, and then suddenly a situation is going to happen. So I realize, like, whenever I see a 16-year-old girl in a bikini while I'm at the pool, I'm like, well, time to go home.
For that last clip, Jar...
Harlequin, we're just going to act like that didn't happen, okay? You know what I mean. We're just going to act like that didn't happen.
has given the context that he was fearful out of paranoia and not because of lust.
I try to avoid the situation. I wasn't attracted to her, nothing like that. I just got out of the water.
It is no surprise that the many enemies Jar has made through his time online are jumping on the opportunity to trounce him, especially when he's made comments such as these in the past. Quote, I could make a video and put them all 6 feet under. Unquote. Jar has left voice notes with similar spirit.
To give you some perspective, I responded to Doodle Tones roughly over half a decade ago. I was a little guy back then. She's still receiving harassment to this.
Shy with the 10 grifted. Thank you, Shy. I appreciate it. Thank you. We established last night with Keemstar we can say thank you because how we thank Poke Gaga, so thank you. Thank you for the 10 grifted.
Day. Mal, I understand you're new to being a public figure. Everything you say and do, well, it will be brought up. You're not a small person anymore. What you say has consequences. I've been in plenty of dramas before, all of which I've won, and I've heard the same lines over and over and over again. You guys do not understand how much I've been pulling my punches.
While Jar's current situation did...
But you know what else he used to do, too? He used to hold his audience over people's head, too. He used to tell people, well, my audience is toxic and they will get you, basically, is what he would threaten his audience against people, or threaten people with his audience, excuse me. He would talk about how, like, toxic his audience can be and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, he thought he was, like, the all-powerful, just a robot. And people, and here's the sad thing, people believed that shit for a while. People actually fucking believed that shit for a while. It's like that whole shit with Mama Max. Don't say anything about Mama Max, he'll call you a pedo. And people will believe him. And then you're fucked. So you can't say shit about Mama Max.
Bring catharsis to those that had long-standing displeasure with him, the resulting fallout of all this created a mix of mockery and frustration towards Jar. In January 2025, he uploaded a video that included an apology and gave his side of the story for a multitude of claims against him.
I'm not going to sugarcoat things. I fucked up. I really dropped the ball in this situation. I can't even say that I was manipulated or enabled to get involved with the cine drama, because both my roommate and my girlfriend and even my neighbor told me that what I was doing was stupid and reckless.
I want to make this clear. They thought defending someone getting bashed like I've done before would lead to me fighting against drama channels for years like I've done before. Oh my God. They didn't want to see me deal with that again. and go through the hardship. It's not that they thought I was in the wrong because they didn't see the final video. Also, yes, I will be adding text throughout this. Oh my God, I hate your writing. Text throughout this video so people are less likely to misunderstand me. Oh, your editor quit, didn't they? Because I have a feeling this would have been typed a lot better with your old editor. Your editor quit, didn't they? I think this is proof that you don't have a fucking editor. I'm just saying.
Because both my roommate and my girlfriend and even my neighbor told me that what I was doing was stupid and reckless. When Himpleton explained this to me, that was the moment everything hit me. Oh my God, I can't believe what I have done, and I'm so sorry for it. I should have done better research.
The top comments in this video.
You should have just read the fucking Google Doc. Okay, listen. I remember when Chris told me about the Google Doc, he was like, it's 188 pages. I said, oh well, fuck that shit. And then I end up going on Chris's stream. And then when we saw the Google Doc, yeah, it was 188 pages, but it was mostly screenshots and a lot of it was the comic. So really the 188 pages wasn't 188 pages of typed out shit. It was real easy to go through. It was very easy to go through. He had no excuse whatsoever. None. Olivia said he fucking read it. He made 2 videos, one defending her, one denouncing her. Yeah, he made the one denouncing her first, and then he switched it up and made the one defending her. Yeah.
Are also a mix of mockery and frustration. Many comments citing not only his video in defense of Synni, but also the elements around it, such as his lack of research and lack of professionalism. And though Jar claims he was not flirting with her, the commenters do not seem to believe it. At the time of writing, Jar has only posted a single video on his channel after this one, explaining that his channel was shortly hacked. Likely due to a lack of uploads and the fallout of the Synni video, Jar's main channel is getting less than 100,000 views a month, with Social Blade only showing a loss of subscribers.
Ooh. Oh, shit. Damn, bro. Damn. What the fuck?
Since December of 2023. This is a result of arrogance and ego. An inflated ego that has been fed year after year of surviving petty squabbles that hardly required research or professionalism. Jar was not prepared to handle a story that had weight to it, and thus was crushed by it.
What he wasn't prepared for was the commentary community getting a hold of that story. That's what he wasn't prepared for. He wasn't prepared for the commentary community to go, what's going on in the ACC? Because not much is going on right now. Let's look at this. Oh, Jar made a stupid ass video and it hits all the group chats and Twitter and Discord. And then people watch it and they go, what the fuck is this? Why did he say that? What? That's what he wasn't. He wasn't counting on the commentary community getting a hold of that story. Oh my God. That was crazy. Needless to say, I can't stand Just a Robot, as you can tell. I do not like that man. Yes, Harley Quinn. And he literally sent it to Chud, one of the big figureheads of the commentary community. He sends it to Chud thinking it was good. And then Chud got a hold of it, watched it, and was like, what the fuck? He literally created his own downfall. He's an idiot. It's bad. Yeah, he wanted to use Chud. Obviously, he didn't know Chud. Just saying. Obviously. Share, thank you. Oh, God, Just a Robot. He gets on my nerves. All right, Bam, bam, bam. Hold on. Give me a second. All right, there we go. All right. Well, I got to see that video. I really wanted to see that video and talk about it. He's used to people just taking his word as truth. He didn't expect the lack of grass touching. That is the CC. No, it wasn't the lack of grass touching, okay? Because they don't touch grass over there on the ACC, and that's half their fucking problem. What he didn't expect, what from the CC, from the commentary community, what he didn't expect is how they dig into things. And they went and they found the truth of the matter. And they were like, Jar, you're full of shit. So... yeah, he tried to use Chud as a spawn. Idiot. You know? That was crazy. All right. Well, let's see. I'm going to get out of here. I got some stuff I got to get done. Got to get some things done. I might go live later tonight if I get bored. Like maybe a late night stream. I don't know. I might. Yes, Lunchbox. He is. Very much so. Very much so. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you. Have a great night, day, or evening wherever you are in the world. And I will talk to y'all later. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.